Welcome! This is week 2 of turning our Land Cruiser troop carrier into the ultimate overlanding vehicle. You heard right, this week we're tackling the best part about modifying a Troopy, the interior fit out. And also, I'm going to be doing what I think is the best bang for buck mod you can do on an old Troopy. Let's get into it. So, if you didn't see last week's episode, we basically pulled everything out of the Troopy ready to start the build. And now it's time to start doing just that. Build.
Hello, it's like day 5 or something, I don't know.
Let's talk about what we need to do with this car. So, I'm going to do suspension on it, but obviously that kind of stuff, I've got to wait for the suspension to come in. Suspension, wheels and tyres, bar work. I will be getting bar work, but again, bar work takes time to be made because being an old car, stuff's just not really in stock. I'm gonna tint the windows. I wanna get some of those like weather shields that go around there. Sorry, I'm just trying to, like that. Get some mirrors. Not certain whether I'm gonna put the gull wings on this side yet. I do have like exactly the same gull wings as that for this side, but I just haven't decided whether I'm gonna put them on there yet. I sort of wanna do the fit out first and sort of figure out whether it's worth putting them in or not. And then, like I said, I want to do our fit out in here. New seats, maybe new seats, who knows? More than likely. Like I said, I just sort of want to get this fit out done in the back here, so that means that I don't really want to tackle that by myself. I don't have all the tools like a track saw and stuff to try and make it perfect. So Wok's going to help me with that. And then once we sort of have the carcasses and all that kind of stuff built, that means that I can start running wires. I can do all the plumbing because I'm going to put a sink in there and I want hot and cold water. If you guys don't know, I am a plumber, so I'm going to try and use that to my advantage and do a lot of plumbing works in there. Like I want a shower, obviously not inside, but like a shower head on the outside, and I want hot and cold water inside. Drainage, I want 2 water tanks, one inside and one underneath the car. Primarily because I want to take this car into the snow, and having a water tank underneath is probably not a good idea because if it freezes, it'll be bad. So I want a separate 2 tanks, like one small one in the car, and then the second one to be underneath the car, which would be a bigger one. So I'll have to sort that out. It's all really governed on the fit out and where I can drill holes through the floor, where I need to put everything realistically. So I know it seems backwards before. I'm sure you guys have realized yet that the roof's gonna come off this thing. Again, that's something else that we've got to wait for, so.
Hey guys! Little break in the video to tell you something very exciting.
Very, very exciting. We are having a sale just this weekend on leanr.
For the next 48 hours, you get 20% off the whole website, and
if you buy 2 bog tats, then you can get a free beanie as well.
so 20% off everything, plus 2 bog tats, you also get a free beanie.
Yeah, we've also got patches on there as well, guys.
Yeah, but we've never really done a sale like this before.
No.
So jump on.
Yeah, end of financial year sale.
Yeah, EOFY.
Yeah, definitely. Get yourself some bog tats. Best way to support the channel, guys.
Absolutely. So jump online. It's only for the next 48 hours. We'd be so grateful, and have the best day ever. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Yeah, back to the video. Enough waffling. I've got to move this car out a little bit so we can sort of sweep up the garage because we're going to build in here. But that means I've got to get the Hilux going. These are the Hilux keys. And if you guys don't know about my Hilux, it's a fantastic car, but it doesn't like to start. I love vanning this thing. It's so comfy. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Come on, baby.
Okay, I got a little trick.
Don't mind the mess. I've got to clean this up. Right. Oh. Hang on. Gotta have two hands. Just get this bad boy. Gotta make that noise. Bunnings, snag things. Alright. Yes. Yes. I think you're probably thinking this car's stuffed. And look, it is, the carby's just a bit shitty. But you also need to understand that where I live is like 0 degrees overnight. So it's not like the rest of Australia, which is, I'm guessing, where most of you guys are watching from. It's flipping cold here overnight, and this car hates the cold. In summer it'll start all the time, but in winter it doesn't like it. Okay, so Troopy has been in the shed for however long, but I mean it still gets cold in the shed. Well, Troopy starts a lot better, doesn't it? Okay, so this place is absolutely filthy, and we're gonna make it even filthier today probably, but I've got to start with it at least half decent. I can't just expect Walker to come over here and start working in this pigsty. This bike really gets in the way as well, but I need to keep it locked up because otherwise it'll go missing.
It's time to start the beginning of the fit out for our little Troopy. If you've seen the channel before, you'll definitely recognise Walk on the tools here. He's going to be helping us piece this bad boy together. The first piece we're putting together here will be our bench seat. And hang on, I might just explain this a little bit more for you.
Hang on, I'm just realising that you guys don't even know what's happening or what we're building. So let me just run through a little bit of a plan first. So it's probably pretty hard to watch, but imagine this is the back of the Troopy. So there's the two driver's seats and here's the back door. So what we're building now is this seat here, and then we're gonna have a fridge along here, and then along this side will be the kitchen. And obviously I said storage here, but that's just, you know, storage. So you can walk through there, I guess. Yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit with the plan of what's happening now, but in this scene here, I'm building this seat here. Anyway, continuing.
Now you know what's going on a bit more. I'll confuse you again. We really want to put a curved wall in our little seat. And if anyone's ever made curved things before, you'll know it's super hard.
We're trying to put a curve on here, and it's been very hard to figure out what to do. Maybe we're gonna shape some MDF or whatever around here, but it's not gonna work. So what we're doing is cutting some MDF corners, and then we're gonna float the timber between here and there, if that makes sense to anyone. And then later, I'll fill the back in with a bit of PVC pipe so that you can't see through the gaps in the timbers. I mean, yes.
I went through my finger.
And because we like hard things, we've decided we'll put a drawer in the curve section. Because why not?
There's not much room to put in there. Is that going to work?
Well, this is actually gonna be like this.
And yes, that's where we plan on putting the toilet. So for the next week, I spent hours and hours in the shed, painting and cutting, drilling and screwing, fitting and wiring,
and we have a tank in it.
sanding and coughing, trying to move along with this build. And for you guys at home, This is days and days of effort, all for less than a minute of footage for you to watch. So be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't, so we know our efforts aren't going unnoticed. But it does feel good when you reach small milestones like this one, when Lil finished the cushions for the couch.
Pen wanted me to show you a cushion.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Look at the zip.
Yeah. It's like a bought one. Professional. Is that the only one?
Oh, that has taken us 2 days to
No,
make.
I reckon that's amazing.
So Lil's just come home with the first cushion. I've got it in my hand. Well, not the first cushion actually, the last cushion, but the cushion that means the most. The curved one. Are you ready?
I'm not ready. Well, that is actually the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
It's fantastic.
Do you want the backrest for it as well?
Yeah,
There's a backrest
put it
there.
That's alright. You gonna go in?
Yeah. I shouldn't be wearing my platform prop.
Alright, is it comfy?
Yeah, it's really comfy.
Oh, it's very comfy. It's so comfy.
Okay, now I'm going to show you the hands down best modification I've done to the Troopy so far.
It's time to bring our troop carrier into, it's not modern presence, but I would say like the 20th century. With this, central locking. Imagine a car that doesn't even have central locking. Now, I've never put one of these in before, but it's cost me 80 bucks from Super Cheap Auto. We'll see how it goes. Can't be too hard, hey? You just get these little, and then they just go on the, you just put them inside the door. Maybe it will be hard, but we'll figure it out. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Alrighty, so I hooked him on in there. I mean, it's pretty hard for you guys to sort of see in there. See if I can get in there with a phone. So, that's the, what do you call that thing? The actuator. And then it's just hooked onto there with a little, and then this thing just goes up and down. And the actuator just goes. But I've got to screw it onto this bit, so I'm just going to drill 2 holes and put the screws through to hold it, and then the door card will cover it. It's not that hard. I mean, it just took me a little bit to get my head around how it worked, but now I know how it works. It should be pretty easy from now on. Oh, that's locked. Those things suck. Hazel's just been out, just going to the toilet in someone else's yard. You go take yourself for a walk, don't you? Ooh. So I'll have to figure out how that works. All right, I've done it. I mean, I've still got all the wiring and all that kind of stuff out, but ready? See this one over here? Oh, do the thing. That was easy. I mean, I've still got to tidy the wires up and put everything back together, but that probably took me 2 hours maybe? And I had no idea, no instructions. It's a very good mod.
Okay, so we're back onto the rear fit out, but this time the plan is to start working on our kitchen storage area. You might notice how I'm moving these bits of ply around with ease, and that's because they're what you call RV light ply, which is 30 to 40% lighter than normal ply in the same size and thickness. So even though this looks like a crazy amount of cabinetry, it's going to be relatively lighter than you think.
I've got a sore back.
My neck, my back.
Lift with your back and not your knees.
That's what I've always heard.
Well, it helps save your knees. Alright, we probably don't really need to have everything in here right now, but I just want to do some measurements. This is my bum.
Wow.
It's another day of working on the Troopy. Getting everything sorted.
Honestly, it's starting to come together.
You can see the vision now, can you?
I can see the vision. Look at that. Just imagine I've got all my things in there, my sink's there. That's
So,
amazing. Yeah.
Fridge is gonna be here, where I'm standing.
Let me come in.
Welcome.
Heaps of head height. I'm gonna break it.
No, you do with a few more screws here and there, but we'll get.
I was gonna say that doesn't mean that it won't break it.
No, the cushion will take the weight. So, this is where our stuff is. This is your section of clothes.
I think we have a problem.
What do you mean? No, I'll give you a tour. So, this is where your section. This is where your clothes are going.
So you're saying like this whole section here?
So, I'm gonna put the batteries and everything down there. Batteries in the inverter and stuff. Like that'll be this little bit, and I'm gonna be able to access it through back here. Sorry guys, you're on the Troopy tour. Welcome to our Troopy tour. Welcome to my TED talk. There's dogs running away.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
I don't know why. Let them out.
Frankie, Hazel.
I'm back from the dog job. So where were we? We were showing you this bit where our oven's going. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna make that not fall out, but I'm sure it's got little things in its feet or something. I don't know what's going to go under here.
Sure, you can just Velcro the back.
I reckon it's going to need more than Velcro to hold it in. You don't use Velcro. Oh, we should just Velcro this whole thing in. No, it's alright. That's a good idea. Alright, so under here, I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm thinking about just opening this as like a full hatch. So I think it might look stupid with two little doors, but like a hatch that folded forward. I don't know.
Will that fit? Well, it'll be hard though to get in and out of.
But it's going to be hard regardless because, I mean, I guess if we put like a door that way and that way, but you can't really get in. It's going to be tight to get in here. It just, that's what's...
I think that's the reality of living in
Yes.
a small space.
Yes. So, that's probably just food to be honest. And we'll fit a lot of food in there. And then food in there and food in there and cleaning stuff in there and then food in there. And then, yeah. No.
So where are the shoes going?
So, under here, I was thinking about putting the shoes in here, but we won't be able to have that many pairs. Probably in there and then in the bottom of this. Because if you want to hop off this, we've got to show everyone we've got quite a big room.
Whoa! Sorry, do that again. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's good. That's huge. That's ginormous.
So there's that there, and then
Imagine if we just made a little hatch out the front and Pippi could just come in and out.
that's what I want. I want to do like a dog door, and then oh no, the fridge will be here, and then I want to put in here. I don't know. Maybe I'll put like spare parts and things.
Bits
in
and
there.
bobs.
And then all.
Maybe
on
the
side.
compressor.
The compressor's already in there in the back.
Oh, perfect. Maybe like recovery stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking about getting to it. It's going to be like almost impossible to get to it because the thing is, to get the fridge in here, you'll have to lift it, and then
Could you put the water tank there?
yeah, if you could find me a water tank that fits in there, I'd love one, but I can't.
Can anybody DIY us a water tank that fits in here
Oh,
that they
yeah.
could send to Hobart?
Yeah, you could make a stainless one, but it's quite expensive, and you'd probably only get, by the time you made it so it could slide
20
in there,
litres.
you wouldn't get 20 in there, you get 15.
I reckon you could get 20. Trust me, I've been working with tight spaces for a long time. And I know that you could get 20 litres in there.
I don't know, we need to put a water tank inside somewhere, so I haven't figured it out yet, but there will be a water tank maybe in here. Gotta remember, we've got to fit the diesel heater and stuff in here as well. But yeah, I want to put water tank on inside, and then we'll probably have 2 Jerry's on the back and maybe one underneath if we get around to it.
Guys, coming together. I've never been more excited to chop the roof off something than right now. Have you?
Do you reckon they're going to let you chop the roof off?
If they don't let me, I don't know who will be qualified.
Have to tidy all that up. But yeah, we're getting somewhere. Not as much. It takes a lot of time to do this kind of stuff. Especially filming stuff makes it take 3 times longer. It's not good. And you live in Tasmania, so you can't get any products.
Let me just have a little whinge about being in Tasmania for a second. I have purchased a lot of things online because a lot of things you can't buy in this state of Tasmania. However, it means that things take 1,000 years to arrive. I bought a diesel heater on the 15th 15th of June. And to be honest, this is probably a them problem, not a Tasmania problem. But the tracking's not been updated. It was meant to... Sorry, I didn't buy it on the 15th of June. It was meant to be delivered on the 15th of June. And today is now the 23rd of June. And I've had no correspondence. So, this man... While his shirt...
for a tap as well.
While his shirt does say no dramas, I can tell you now, there's dramas, isn't there?
It's a massive drama. We're waiting for everything. I can't do anything right now. This is what happens in the world of YouTube. You make it look like you can build something in 3 days, but we probably can if you live in Melbourne and you can just get stuff off the shelf. But when you live in Tasmania, impossible.
Holy guacamole! My eye goes straight to that bit there.
Oh yeah, the drawer's not in properly. Oh, this bit.
Yeah.
The glue, yeah.
We're gonna have to paint that. But wow, you put the couch
I've
cushions
put all this
that
effort
way.
in and you're just negative straight away.
No.
Unbelievable.
No. Wow.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it's pretty bloody comfy in
Are
here.
you getting the vision? What's going on? You're making the cushion flip up this side like a seesaw.
Oh, I'll have to sit further down.
No, it's fine.
It looks really nice.
It's too high,
Are you joking?
this bit. Look where your legs are.
Oh.
But that we had to do this high so we could fit that toilet that you want in. Oh. It's too high.
What do you mean? You can't have your feet dangling?
Yeah, you can. It just would be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Sort of hard to understand.
Well, it's our first Troopy build.
No, I mean it's hard to understand because I'm sitting like this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Like it's hard to get a feel for it. It's actually pretty big.
Yeah, it's roomy in here.
There's going to be heaps of room. This is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
This is the most beautiful Troopy build I've ever seen in my life.
It's
I'm not kidding. I'm not even joking. I have
it's
scoured the internet and there's nothing that even comes close to this.
that's a bit of a hit on some other people.
No,
Damn.
this is beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted.
Okay. Well,
It's
there's
stunning.
a fair few little things we're going to have to fix.
Like the height of this whole cupboard.
Yeah, well, one, because we've gone with the thickest mattress in the world,
Because
of you wanting to sleep on it once. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine because... No, it's fine. This needs to be
oh my God,
fixed.
the dogs are both over there.
Oh, no.
Hazel's running across the street, right? Put her inside. She's not coming in here. That's rewarding bad behaviour. No, put her inside. Sorry about that, folks. We had a little rodent issue.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking it looks amazing. We just put the floor in. Not like the permanent floor, but what we're going to probably use. Are we using this for the floor?
I don't know. I've just got it, so it's free, but I don't know if
This
it
is what's
matches.
in our house, but I think it's too cool toned, and this is all really warm toned. I don't know. Comment down below and let us. There's a dog behind you. Get inside.
Get inside. You two, go inside. Go inside. Frankie, inside.
Frankie's not bad though. It's Hazel.
Inside. The two of you. Hazel, get out of the dog door. Hazel, get out of the way so Frankie can get through. Inside, Frankie. Go inside, please. Inside. Go on. I'll let you through. Look at that.
They are as thick as thieves though too. They like literally a little gang now, aren't they? These are cool tone. The rest is warm toned. What do you think? Does it clash? Does it work okay? I'm not a very good designer, so I don't really know. The only thing that I did design was this corner. That was
You designed the
that
corner.
was my idea. That was my idea.
Was your idea, yeah.
It was my idea. Because I wanted to make it like a little bit unique.
Yeah, this needs to be cut off.
Yeah, Pen and I will have to do some work. See how that like is overshot a bit. So we just need to cut that corner in so it sits.
And you might be wondering why that's so big, and that's so that can go here.
And then we've got another bed.
Yeah, for friends.
For friends or for us if we're gonna stealth camp somewhere. Guys, this is actually coming together. I don't believe it, honest.
Yeah, and I can see you through. Well, I won't be able to see you through because the sink's going there, but hi. But yeah, I'll carpet all that in here. It's all just painted white because it's waterproof now, so all the plies are a bit more waterproof. Don't look at my cut here. Sorry.
How exciting! It's perfect.
Why don't you put your feet down? Because there's
Because
nothing
I'm
there.
gonna fall through the hole.
Because there's no fridge there to hold the cushion up. That's all right though.
What do you think?
Yeah, you're in.
Do I look like I suit it?
No,
What?
sorry.
It's starting to come together.
It is.
I can't believe it.
I don't know what we're going to do here. We'll have to do...
And up the top section.
Obviously, it's not going to stay white like that, and that's going to be like a rack for some bottles, just probably tomato sauce. But yeah, we're going to have something there because I'm not leaving that, and obviously the cupboards and stuff.
Have you got any ideas for that end section?
I think that we'll have to wait and see what we're going to do here because that will then govern where this comes in there. I've left a gap for a drop-down table, but we'll have to work on
I
that.
reckon that's smart because if we don't have the roof up, we wouldn't have anywhere to prep anything.
No.
So
No.
that's kind of a necessity.
And also, the reason why this design is like this, whereas a normal Troopy would be, you know, everyone has the fridges that open there, or, you know...
Or like they have like their
Yep.
bench top stops here.
Yeah, or they have a drawer that comes out here or whatever. We've travelled Australia for 2.5 years, and having to get outside to get stuff and having to open doors when it's raining or it's windy or there's flies, which is like 50% of the time, is not good. No, like no, I'd rather, yes, it's a little bit more painful that you have to get inside to get stuff, but it means that when we're inside and there's flies or it's windy, it's raining, we don't have to open these doors and let all the heat out or the whatever in just to get to what we want to do. So we want it to all be inside.
Yeah, we want it to all be
So,
inside.
yeah.
And the benefit of what I was saying, the benefit of obviously having the roof chopped is that we can go really high all the way up, whereas a lot of people have to use this as a bench, so they can only really go to this height. So it means that we've got more storage, and it also means that we're going to have heaps of bench prepping space.
And one downfall of our build is the fact that this doesn't really work without the roof up. So
Yep.
for us to be, you know, even, you know, 60% usable, like it was not even 60% usable without the roof up.
However, in saying that, how often are you going to really be in it without the roof up?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say goodbye. Bye peeps. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.